What if you only paid for the Power Apps that your users ran, like an Azure service or a restaurant? Today, Sean and Kavishi show us the pay-as-you-go feature for Power Apps and how to connect it to an Azure subscription, monitor, and control it on PowerCat Live. Welcome to PowerCat Live. My name is Phil Topness with the PowerCat team, and I'm here with Kavishi Agarwal, Senior Program Manager, and Sean Nandy, Principal Program Manager. Hey, you guys.
Hey, Phil. How are you doing?
So I'm excited to have you here and talk about pay-as-you-go. But first, before we get started, talk a little bit about how you got to this team and what you've done through Microsoft.
I have been in Microsoft for 3 years now and working in Power Apps since. And it's been great. I've been working on different initiatives, including mobile capabilities and end user experiences, and most recently working on licensing and product growth initiatives, including pay-as-you-go.
And Sean?
Well, I've been at Microsoft almost 20 years now. Most of that time was on the business marketing team. But my first product that I worked on was actually Microsoft's first mobile phone product. Long time ago, to date myself. But I've been on the Power Platform team about a year now, working on experiences that light up new business models.
Do you still have one of those phones hanging around?
I probably do.
You should have brought it today.
I should have brought it.
I was really hoping you just had it in your pocket. Like, that's all I use.
Here we go.
You've both been working on this feature called Pay-as-you-go. Can you tell us what that is?
Yeah, so pay-as-you-go is simply a new way to pay for Power Apps without really needing any licenses. So with pay-as-you-go, you use your Azure subscription to pay for Power Apps and allow users seamlessly access apps and associated Power Platform products. And it's especially great in scenarios where you have unpredictable licensing demands or app needs to be accessed by a very large user base, but used infrequently. And we'll talk a little more about that as we go.
I think you caught everyone's attention when you said use Power Apps without any licenses, but there's a catch, and we're going to see it here.
It's actually that good to be true.
So, and I know this has been hush-hush for a while, so I'm really happy that we can talk about it. How did this come about? Sean, why was this on the roadmap?
Well, we've heard a ton of feedback from customers about the need for more flexibility in how they acquire their licenses for Power Platform. And so that's why we've invested in it. What we're really trying to do is just provide people a solution where they don't have to worry about figuring out licensing up front before they build and deploy their apps. The other thing we're trying to do is make it flexible in the way that you can only pay for what you use. And we've done that here. And finally, as you'll see, it's going to be very fast and easy to set up.
So let's talk about how you set it up then. Kavishi, can you show us like how we go about this process?
Yeah, for sure. It's really easy. So as you see right now, I'm in Power Apps and I have a few premium apps in my environment, right? So again, users need premium licenses, either Power Apps per user or per app licenses to use these apps. But with pay-as-you-go, you can really use these apps without any licenses and only pay once you have really used the app. So you can simply go to the app setting and you will see this option to set up pay-as-you-go. You can learn more about it right from here. It also explains you how you will be built. So let's say I want to set up pay-as-you-go for this environment and make sure all my users without licenses can use the app. So I will simply create something called as billing policy, which is just an association between my environment and the Azure subscription. I'll click next. I already have an Azure subscription, so I'll pick one from here. And you'll see how easy it is. I'll just click connect subscription. And now my app is already set up for pay-as-you-go. So now any user this app is shared with can use this app without any issues. Now, as a maker, if I want to add more environments to this Azure subscription, right? I want to use pay-as-you-go broadly, or if I want to see what subscription has been used, I can simply click on edit pay-as-you-go billing, and it will take you to the Power Platform Admin Center, where you can easily see the details of your Azure subscription. You can see which environments are already linked to this Azure subscription. So currently we have only one environment, but it's super easy. You can just add another environment to an Azure subscription as well. And you see another environment is added just like that without repeating any information. You click next and you update your billing policy. So as you see, it's super fast, set up pay-as-you-go. And now any app within this environment will be built against Azure subscription. And now as a maker, as an admin, if you want to see, okay, now I've set up pay-as-you-go, my users are using these apps, can I set up some alerts, right? Can I be notified if we go above the quota? What is the cost? You can do all of that very easily. in the Azure cost management. Sean, do you want to talk a little bit more about this?
Absolutely. One of the top questions customers have when they move from a prepaid model to a pay-as-you-go model is how they manage their costs and how they manage the risk associated with unbounded, costs. Now, the good news is for years, Azure customers have been dealing with that, and they've leveraged the power of Azure Cost Management, as Kavishi was just showing, to get a great visibility at a very granular level about where they're spending and how they're spending. In addition to that, Azure Cost Management allows you to set up alerting. And so if you hit a certain threshold of a given meter that you're spinning, you can have an email sent, you can have a text message, whatever alerting mechanism you want. You can also trigger actions to take place. So if you want to run a script or call an API, that's also possible to do.
Basically, you can easily see your cost within the cost management, and you will also be able to see more granular information in Power Platform Admin Center. And as I mentioned, that once you set up pay-as-you-go on an environment, it's available for every app, including model apps. So I have this another app, which is a model app. It's a recruiting app. So again, you can go to the settings and you can see that pay-as-you-go is already set up for this app as well without needing to do any other work.
So this is set up at the app level. So I assume if it's not enabled for an app, then it behaves as it is today if you're not licensed.
So pay-as-you-go is set up at an environment level. So once you enable it for an environment, all apps are automatically consuming pay-as-you-go.
And what if the user is already licensed, like with a per user license, and comes to use this app that's enabled for pay-as-you-go?
That's a great question, Phil. In that case, you're not counted in the meter. So if you already have a per user license and you're using an app in a pay-as-you-go enabled environment, we just don't count you. We don't charge you.
That makes sense. So now this is now in preview. If someone wants to go and try this out in their own environment, where do they go?
So they simply have to go to Power Apps or Power Platform Admin Center. They will see this pay-as-you-go option within the app setting or under Azure Billing in Power Platform Admin Center. And with the steps that I just showed, and we have a publicly available documentation, they can just follow the steps and set it up in a double clicks.
And I've got that documentation linked in the description. And I believe this also includes the costs, which I know people have been asking about for a while. So definitely go check that out if you want to go try this out. Kavishi, Sean, thanks for showing this. I'm really excited to see it finally coming to preview.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.